Welcome, racers. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to our Chicane Club live stream. You joined me mid-lap while I'm taking our Ferrari 296 GT3 around a torrentially wet Canadian Tire Motorsports park. Oh, and I found that puddle again that got me like 2 minutes ago. See, that's what I get, Angelo.
I think it was set up. I don't think it was you.
You think that was you're taking the blame for that one?
Huh? I touched it last.
No, I still had cold tires on it. But all right, well, you guys were joining us right in the middle of the action here. Angela and I have been going back and forth for a good bit now, trying to dial in a really good rain setup because it looks like this is going to be maximum wet conditions tonight. Hopefully, I say hopefully because we did a practice race earlier today. After being led to believe that this was going to be soaking wet, we got into the practice race and it was totally dry and barely spitting rain, and we didn't know how to react quickly enough. So that's what we get. But if it's going to be wet, I think we're well prepared for it now. We're just trying to work on a rain line and really calming the car down. So anyways, if you guys are just joining us for the first time, my name is Greg D. Giorgis. I am your founder and CEO here at the Chicane Club, South Florida's elite sim racing social club. We've got a pair of fully loaded custom CXC Motion Pro 2 sims linked together to all sorts of really cool stuff in the local network. We've got a whole members club built around it. But tonight, I'm racing live from our primary sim here, doing my own iRacing with the fantastic support from a couple of guys behind me tonight. Kind of our, I don't want to say usual because they're, I don't mean to insult them by calling them usual, but our usual group of guys here. I've got Garrett Huizinga spotting and crew chiefing for me on the back end there. Want to say hi, Garrett?
Hey. It's not bad to call us the regulars.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing regular about you guys, but yeah, you're the regulars here. So this is a fun thing to be a regular at. So we've got Angelo Zara from Anze Suspension who's been...
Hey, guys.
He's been doing our race engineering, and we're going to make a bad fast car tonight. He's back there. And Mr. More Podiums is also joining us tonight, helping out with the stream production and everything. I know we had a couple last-second changes that we just got sorted out. So welcome to our live stream. But yeah, like I said, we're in the Ferrari 296 GT3 at a soaking wet Mosport tonight, running the IMSA iRacing series, the open setup 45-minute race. We'll also have LMP2 prototypes and the GTPs out here. IMSA is actually running in real life at Mosport this weekend, so it's kind of cool that we're racing on the same track the same weekend. Who knows what kind of weather they're going to have up there, but we're going to be in the wet tonight. So and I think it's actually raining outside here in Florida right now also, so it's very fitting for us. But all right, talk to me, Angelo. What do you see right now that I'm getting more comfortable with all this? I got to say, I think it's a little better after we made that last-second rear-end change.
Yeah, obviously. I'm seeing a little bit better drivability right out of the box, though. I still don't know if we can stretch its legs. I want more speed.
Yeah.
I want more speed. I don't think it's fast enough.
You mean in a straight line or just...
No, just everywhere.
Just everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I want more grip.
So we went for all the fans out there.
Yeah.
We were reading the notes, noticed some aero grip areas according to the Ferrari notes, and said, all right, let's start applying a little bit of that so we can pick up, I won't say maximum downforce, but some good downforce. Even though we're going slower, we want to try to get this thing squashed into the ground as much as we can. A lot of the corners here in the rain, Greg and I were laughing at, it's fourth gear, so it's moving pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
Even in the rain. So we're looking to complement that, you know, soften it up a little bit, let it roll around a little bit, pulled some bar out of it, pull a little bit of shock out of it. I don't feel like it's reacting as anticipated to me, but I'm waiting for my driver feedback. See what he has to say, what he's feeling. He's getting acclimated to it right now.
Yeah, we started with the iRacing default rain setup, kind of just as a baseline to get comfortable with. It's not bad. I think it was totally fine, although...
Pretty fast.
It was fast. On paper, like as an engineer, knowing how to engineer real cars, it made no sense to me. Like they had a really stiff rear bar and high spring rates, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, but the car feels okay. Let's see if we put some conventional wisdom on this thing and what happens to it. And that's what we're testing right now.
Exactly.
So
Love it, Greg. Love it. Yeah. Conventional wisdom. See what the car responds to.
I think I could turn a faster lap with this. I'm just getting. It's just a big
change.
It's a big
folks,
change.
We
Yeah.
threw the kitchen sink at it. We
I don't think there's anything we didn't change.
everything.
Yeah.
All right, within reason. So it's rightfully so. It's going to take Greg a few laps to warm up to it as far as rate of transition, his steering inputs, and things like that. So I'm anxiously awaiting feedback from him. Can't you see I'm nervous and pacing in the background here?
The part that I'm dialing in myself right now is just like you said, the rate of transition. It's the how quickly can we load and unload the car.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing about driving in the rain compared to driving in the dry in normal, regular ambient conditions, you can load the tire very quickly. There's always an upper limit on transitioning a car back and forth that if you load it too fast, you can overload it. It'll spin or it'll push or something will happen. But for the most part, you're loading it very rapidly, and it's not as much of a limiting factor. In the rain, we are trying to slow down the rate at which we load the tire and the car as much as possible, to the point where, like, my brake applications, it's taking me over a second to hit maximum brake pressure, and I'm literally trying to be as light on the wheel as I can in and out of the corner everywhere here. So that with the huge setup changes the total dynamics of the car, and I'm just having to relearn with my hands and feet here pretty quickly. I'm getting more comfortable with it though.
When I first walked in, I was watching Greg's feet and hand transition, and Greg was doing what we would call driving skip arbor style. He was not turning the wheel while on the brakes, not turning the wheel while on the gas. He was very straight line, matter of fact, ease off the brake early, let the car settle, turn the wheel, which in the rain you kind of have to do quite a bit of. And now he's trying to explore how much can he get it away with in the overlaps, if any at all.
Ooh boy, it's got to say in the puddles, it's much
worse.
more.
It's worse.
It's much less forgiving in the puddles.
Yeah.
I don't know what about the setup is causing that. It's fast if I stay out, but
yeah, which you can. Although you.
That's driver error.
Predicted 29.7. Where are we at?
I'm about to do a 29, and my optimal's in the 28. So
yeah.
In theory, we're quick right now.
Yeah.
Assuming these conditions are static, which I think they are, but I never know with iRacing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seem to be with our testing what we've been entertaining right now.
You just stay in second gear there.
Second. Last
yeah,
corner.
no first.
No,
There's a mid 29, and I think I can put together a 28 if I get comfortable. Tire temps have stabilized, it looks like. You're getting comfortable with the shallower entry. Okay, that's too much.
Not that shallow.
Not that shallow or that deep. There we go. Oh, can I skim the wall?
Yes,
Ooh.
nice.
Not leaving any yellow paint on the wall.
But it won't let you back on easy. So one of the hard things to do is in rain racing is choose the point where you can pick up time. And that transition over the jump turn and down and in is probably not a place where you want to pick up time.
Yeah, I was just misjudging that one.
Yep,
I feel confident on the entry to 4, but on the gathering and up before 5 has been a little bit more nervous.
Yeah, the puddles got more nervous, right?
I had more leeway with the other setup to just drive it through a puddle, and it was okay.
Yeah.
Here, it doesn't forgive as much, but I feel like it makes it up if I can be really disciplined with my line and stay out of the puddles. I think it pays dividends. So.
All right, and this is one of those things we don't have the hard data, you and I.
Yep.
We're just running some quick setup laps and things.
What I will also, if you take one step further back from all of this, just looking at the earlier results from sessions earlier today at this track in these weather conditions, I think driving conservatively is going to yield, could very well yield us a podium, if not an overall win.
Yeah.
A class win.
I didn't. Oh, all right. Nice.
No, safe is going to win us today. If, all the ones I looked at, the only driver who had no incident points, won, and everyone else was 1 or 2 laps behind. One driver finished with that incident. So
all right.
if we can simply survive without going off track or connecting with someone,
this is why I'm happy to have Greg behind the wheel. He's very conservative in conditions like this. He does not want to throw the car off or put a wheel wrong. He wants to finish the race.
Yeah, I'm in test mode right now, so I'm trying to find the limit, but in the race,
want
I'll
you to,
back
yep.
it up a good bit.
Yep.
Doesn't mean I'm infallible, but
Yep.
still. Like here, I'm going to keep it really safe. Whew.
It still doesn't like that.
It still doesn't like that. I could do that before the other setup.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense. Did that make sense to you?
No, I mean, now I'm driving through a puddle and it's doing what I think it would do, but the other setup
didn't react to the puddles.
The other setup did not react to the puddle.
We went 150 pounds softer all the way around the car, raised it up a little bit to get towards that aero rake arena, and softened up a little bit of shock, softened up a little bit of sway bar, took out a little bit of camber because we don't think we're throwing the car around, wanted to soften that transition. I might want to go back after a little bit of camber, adding that all the way around the car, just to see if iRacing's got this in there.
You saying add more camber?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that it, again, I don't know, conventional wisdom versus not.
Yeah, it would.
So I'd like to try that.
Okay.
Box.
All right, I'll do a practice entry here in the wet.
Copy that.
That's what I want to do in 2. No, Dr. Mike, we did not unfortunately get Twitch working. Didn't happen today. Streamlabs is being very difficult, and I have to call customer support and yell at someone to fix their stuff.
Ask politely.
Yeah. I don't even know if Streamlabs has a customer support line. I don't even know what I'm
Chatbot.
saying. Yeah, probably. Whew.
What are you doing there? Why is that always Twitch that way?
I mean, now it's doing what I thought it was going to do at the beginning of the day.
This is what I don't get.
I'm going to really have to try to change my line to avoid that.
Well, we're going to start changing the setup back towards the other way.
Yeah.
Lap log looks like it's good though, down and to the right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's moving in the right direction. Going faster.
Thank you, TJ. Sometimes it's easy as race engineer or driver to get very myopic and not start looking at the big picture. BJ, you're my voice of reason. Thank you. Box. All right. Just camber change. Quarter degree everywhere.
Additional?
Yep.
Okay.
So one of the things that we always kid around with radial tires is the more camber, the more grip it makes. But we're in the rain. So
So front we might be, I don't know, wrong direction.
wrong direction. 4.
That's 3/10 in the front, which we're on the limit now, and the rear go
Another quarter degree, like you said, 3.32, 3 something like that.
3.2. Boom, and then we'll save this as the trace.
Retrace.
Okay. Also,
What
the
are you
other
thinking?
thing we changed, just thinking out loud,
Yeah, what are you thinking?
we went a little bit rearwards with bias on that last change as well.
We split the difference from the 50 to, and their setup was 46.
I went to 50, yeah.
You went back to 50. We went to 48. You want to try to drive the?
Well, we can try
50
this. We can try this as is, and I can change on the fly.
I was going to ask you if you could.
Yeah.
But this is one of those fun things that modern race car, a lot of fun. You're like, all right, let's do bias sweep, or let's do a sway bar sweep. Some cockpits have adjustable bias, and some of them have adjustable sway bars. It was good to get good feedback from driver on the track concurrently from lap to lap. Cold tires, be careful. Find your turning point.
Yeah. Woo.
Cold tires. We do notice that the cold tire modeling of iRacing is definitely very temperamental, which we kind of like.
I think it's pretty good. They're cold
I think it's good. No, I like
it.
it.
I think that part's pretty good.
Yeah.
The part I still don't like, it's not as prevalent in the wet rain or the wet conditions, but in the dry, if you just get a little loose on one corner or you leave pit lane too aggressively, for the next 10 seconds you're on casters, and that's not how that works in real life. Not how it works. iRacing, please fix it. I can't be the only one pointing that out.
133, still cold.
I do like how I can basically control my own destiny on the way out with the power.
Power down before on that other setup was magic, folks.
Yeah.
He just would stick the throttle in the hairpin, and I'm like, that's impossible. That doesn't happen. There's no way. And it was amazing what the setup did as far as putting power down. So, a little thought process of, wow, that setup really liked and favored the power down condition, which is a big drag race in rain.
Side note real quick, I kind of noticed that I did this after watching some of our recent streams, but especially in the wet, you're going to see me make all sorts of hilarious faces, just me reacting in real time to what the car is doing. So,
all right.
I'm going to try to steer around that if I can, but I'm trying not to rush the car to the left side there.
144 is still cold.
No, please go ahead, make faces. We'll make emotes.
Perfect. Cool, I'll take it.
Thank you, Garrett.
I promise not doing them on purpose. Does feel confident on turn 8 here. Like, I feel like I haven't...
I thought that was the best turn, which is what we were shooting for, right? A little bit of.
It feels stuck.
That's what we're shooting for, the arrow in that approach to that long, scary section. I know you dropped out a second, stay in second here.
Yep. Yeah.
But then fourth gear here, I wanted that to tip in a little bit, get you some confidence into turn 1. But
Oop, that was just...
that was you.
I kind of... Yep, that was...
That was you.
That was a hand speed. That was a hand speed thing.
Okay, slow your hands down.
That's me. I tried to bring it further to the left to open it up, and that forced me to speed up the back to the right.
Slow hands, slow
all it
hands.
took.
Open your arcs, slow hands. Avoid the puddles.
What I'm literally trying to do to slow my hands down in some ways is like I'm trying to grip the wheel less and kind of let it move around a little bit more on its own.
Yep.
I'm only just barely touching the wheel right now.
156. Can you straighten the wheel before you get to that puddle, or approach it at a different angle?
I'm gonna really try to. I've been trying to go straight hands through it every time, but maybe I need to do a better job.
It looked like you just had a little bit of wheel in it, but it seems to be exacerbating that.
Here, I'm gonna, for giggles, I'm going back. I'm going forwards on my bias just for one
Please
lap.
do.
I want to try what I had before and see if that.
There's
is
the
a
brake.
miracle
There's
here.
the brakes on the rake. You think that's what it is trying
Possibly.
to do to us? Yep.
I don't need too much rear bias right now. I want confidence on the brakes right now.
Did you adjust brake bias?
Whoop.
Oopsie. All right, deep breath.
Oh, and there's that. Okay.
All right, reset.
All right, are we inside our... I'll do one more here.
We
and then
can join the session.
Yeah, I'll join the session here shortly. I refuse to make that mistake a second time this season. What have you been racing lately, TJ?
They're working on something in the back.
Okay, all right. I'll bug in later.
Yeah. I honestly think that the iRacing setup was a little bit better.
I want to play with their setup still.
I know. This is part of the fun of coming at this very quickly, under duress. Straight.
Oh, that felt better.
Yeah.
I think that's the bias thing.
That's it. Yep.
Like, I didn't even feel a tug on the wheel that time.
No, it didn't even move. You were a millimeter straighter, but it didn't even twitch.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, the other
I
thing
can
is
go a
that
little rearward, but...
now you're at 50, go to 49 maybe? Couple
I'm at
clicks.
50.1 right now.
Yeah. All right, copy that. See you.
And that was at 48.1 when we...
Yep.
Previous lap. Still on cold tires, I know, but...
Yeah, thank you. This whole sweepy section looked really good coming in here. This is where it started getting a little bit hesitant. Stay off the puddle, stay off the curb.
Yep.
Soft hands. 136, still cold. Soft hands. pickup point. Look at the bridge.
Whew. That
On
was
your
a big
on your spot.
hydroplane.
Yeah, that was a drift. Tokyo drift
Yeah.
right there.
There's gonna be a lot of that tonight.
Did the drivability get any better or any worse from their setup to this?
At first I would have said that it was worse, but I think it was a matter of adaptation that I just had to change what I was doing. I think it's about the same.
Straight hands.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine
it's
now.
bias.
The bias thing.
Yep.
Sorry.
Bias and rake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Puts power down really well, I think.
Good. Good. I was hoping for more power down.
I don't know
Wow.
if we need much more.
So we were, well,
Well, there's always, I always
drive
want
it
more.
sideways.
Yeah. Oh, I will. You're going to see a lot of that tonight. The wheel's going to be pointed the wrong direction most of the time tonight.
We definitely need to be eyes up and avoid any shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say shenanigans?
You?
I said shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Was it Super Troopers?
Yeah.
Farva?
Oh man.
Liter
Farva.
cola. Love that.
Liter of cola?
If I'm not mistaken, they have a Porsche in that one.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they
the
do.
German guy.
A little German techno music.
I can hear
Yeah.
that song in my head right now. Just hear that.
Soft hands. Hit
Yeah.
the bridge. Nice. One arc. Come on.
Solid drift.
Tokyo.
So you had asked a question about what I was driving, and Garrett and I were talking about a error that we saw pop up on the screen. So sorry I missed that. The end of this week's Porsche Cup at Road Atlanta was straight drifting on some dead tires.
I think we're getting a little bit of an echo. You guys might have your mics all
Yeah, that was Angelo's mic. That's good
Okay.
now.
Sorry, guys. Say that again, TJ? All good.
I've just been racing a lot of Porsche Cup lately, and
Cool.
yeah, thank you for coaching me at Silverstone. So just a quick shout out to you on saying thank you
You're
for
welcome.
going in there.
I
Yeah,
promise I
get me
didn't.
down.
I promise I didn't ask what you're doing because I was trying to bring that up. I promise that was not on purpose.
Shameless plug. No. Yeah, so today I clocked into work early, so my wife was kind enough to take care of the baby, and I got in a good Porsche Cup race, so I was happy to get in the Road Atlanta where it's a little bit more competitive. But
Nice.
yeah, thank you for coaching me at Silverstone there. You got us down 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Nice job, guys.
I
Nice job.
feel very inadequate at Silverstone is what I learned very quickly is that there's so much there that's a lot of work. I would love to do a race at some point there in any category there just to learn more about that track. I learned very quickly that I don't know.
I saw that.
Talking too much.
Saw the spin coming.
That was a don't go off the
Transition.
track.
That was the correct correction to the correction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Good.
Yeah. And the Carrera Cup, the Porsche Cup car, dude, you're a rock star for driving that thing. That is so much harder to drive than this on the limit. I feel like you're on the limit 100% of the time in that thing, especially with no TC or ABS. Like,
TJ rocking it. Love it.
props to anyone driving that thing. That is way harder than GT3s,
It's got a carburetor.
basically. And it sounds great too.
Yeah, the goal behind it was if you can control the most difficult car in the game and be competitive in that, then maybe I could get at your level in the GT3s.
I'm a firm believer in that.
I agree with that entirely. It would be a really good lesson for me to take some time and really get into driving that thing. So maybe I'll do some spin-off races here soon with that car.
Driving a little bit narrow, asking a little bit too much of the car.
Okay.
Yeah. You narrowed up your corner entries and everything else. I know there's puddles and things, but you definitely made a big change.
Okay.
You
Got
feel yes or no?
I feel like 8, 9, and 10 is kind of woo, too much. Oh, just enough. I feel like 8, 9, and 10 is a little tough with the placement with the puddles there. I kind of have to really compromise 9 a lot.
Copy that, but you were overlapping.
Yeah, I know. I
inputs
can
on the
do
car.
better.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can just freight train through that
Nice
thing
job.
now.
Nice job. Threaded the needle.
I can't, as much as it puts power down reasonably well there out of 5B, I can't pick up power soon. I can't roll out. I have to get it straight
Yeah.
and then go.
Yeah. I'd like to play with the diff.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's, I'm gonna, well, I could bang this lap across the line, but
Go ahead. Go ahead. 8-4
might as well
predicted.
do it. I want to put it in P1 before I leave the session.
Love it. There's no ego involved. No.
You gotta win practice every once in a while,
Darn right.
says the engineer, knowing full well that it's useless to do that.
Yeah.
Let's take P1. There we go. Did I? It's gotta be close. Nope, not quite.
Nice move.
All right, either way.
Good stuff, guys.
2. You go to silver by somebody
Ooh.
smarter at math. Tell me what that decimal
05.
point is.
0.05. I'll take it.
Is that 100th? So
Tenths, hundreds,
Five
thousands.
hundredths.
500ths.
Yep.
All right, so let's jump over to
All right. So what'd you think of the car?
now after the bias change, the most recent version we drove.
Yeah.
I think it's a race car.
Yeah.
Is the short end of it.
I love it because one of my longtime drivers says those exact words. It's either diabolical and a POS, or it's we've got a race car.
I mean, not saying we couldn't tune stuff. I mean, I want more grip. Can you create a dry racetrack in front of me and then let
Nope,
everyone else
that I
drive in the
cannot.
rain?
No,
That might be
cannot. No.
difficult.
Yeah.
What could it do better? After the bias change, it's a little bit safer.
Yeah.
The brakes. Really trying to 8, 9, and 10 is the only quick transition stuff where you're trying to throw the weight back and forth, and I'm trying to be very ginger with that. And it kind of forces me sometimes that if I get the placement incorrect at 8, then it compromises 9, and then it compromises 10, and I'm just trying to navigate that without trying to overload the car to flick it around and cause a mistake.
Okay.
So maybe we could play with damper stuff also. I think that's just a little bit of what we need. I don't know if we need a holistic change to the car.
Copy that. We're in the fine area.
And anything to make it more conservative and safe and less screw-upable is what we need. Not necessarily. I'm not saying I want to make the car slower, but anything that can get us to the end of the race in one piece would be awesome. So, all right, let me pull up setup.
So what we did before was we where are you going? 50?
The bias wasn't saved. I did that on the fly, and now it's saved.
That's right. I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah, so now we're just back where we were.
Okay.
So the diff was the thing you wanted to play with. I would love to see how that feels.
Yeah, so what we were laughing about is Greg and I were just exploring the diff as far as the range of adjustment that it has. And it seems like certain other areas here, we're confined into a box. We're only allowed 3 degrees of camber. We're only allowed this. He goes to diff, differential friction faces, and preload. We have 150 pounds of preload we can put.
From 0 to 150.
That's right in the middle. Was that good or bad? So my joke is go right to 50 and just run it again.
To 5-0?
5-0.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with 52.
Yeah.
So we're going to save this as V4.
V4 what?
Okay.
And we were just, so we're looking at for the tight corners trailing and power down. Just looking for a difference, better or worse.
Greg, for your
What's up?
viewers out there,
Yes.
maybe after these races, if you could get that JSON file and host it up in a Google Drive or something, and just kind of share it each week so that you're giving back to the community. Because I was looking into it, the Porsche Cup Open setup, I'm not nearly as talented as you guys are at knowing these technical capabilities and specs of the cars and how to adjust it. And there's systems out there that you got to pay $150 a year for that give you the setups, optimal setups of the races. But
I think Greg and I are looking at this as a profit center, at least 25 cents per download, So, no, I think Greg and I kind of want to give back to the community, definitely. So I just don't know where you save that file and how you do it. So
I know how I can do it. I can put it in the video
Okay.
description after this is done. So for
All
anyone
right.
watching, I'll do that. Hopefully by tomorrow, I'll take the file, I'll put it as a Dropbox link, and people can just go and download and use it.
yeah,
I think those, like, I think it's what, VRS or some of the places that do these magic setups for every car and every track. I think that's okay if you're really not interested in learning how setups work and you just want to, like,
130.
copy. If you just want some magic setup to drive, that's, and I use magic, the term magic very, very, very loosely. I think that's okay. It'll get you in the ballpark better than what iRacing might give you. But you don't really know what you're getting, and you don't really know how that setup works, or is it fast for some alien that can do magical things with it that most humans can't do?
Well, my big joke is I just want to trade my replacement. I don't want to work anymore. So I want somebody that's as skilled as I am at race engineering. I want somebody as skilled as Greg is in tweaking the car and moving it.
Yeah, so I don't really know if I care too much about those places. Even if it did take me half a second faster every lap, I'm not learning very much by just downloading a setup and blindly using it. So for me, I'd rather find a setup on my own
You're
that works
such
for
an
me.
engineering nerd. I swear.
am.
You got to start somewhere. You know, wander around in the dark for a little while, hit your head.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with Greg. I do like to wander around in the dark and figure out a chassis. But in the technology that we have in front of us, you can learn from reading a book. You can learn from looking and studying 17 different setups that works for a car and driver combination.
Yep.
And notice the differences or trend lines. I'm a big fan of that. So big pattern development.
It is definitely intimidating when, if say
148.
you don't know, say you're not an engineer, you're not a race engineer, you like sim racing, and you go to the setup page and you're like, holy crap, what are all these numbers, and how do I relate what any of this means to what the car does without having to be an engineer? I get the intimidation factor by that. I totally understand it. And even as an engineer in motorsports for a while, I couldn't wrap my head around trying to digest all of the information simultaneously. And then you look at it for one car, and you look at it for a totally different car, and then you look at it for a different car at a different racetrack, and it's like, it kind of becomes Greek really quick. But once you familiarize yourself with what every one of those things are, you start building a picture in your mind of, okay, well, this does this, and fundamentally, spring rate is a spring rate on any car on the planet. The number may vary, but stiffening the car generally does the same thing on almost all cars, and softening it does this. And then you go to ride height and sway bars and damper settings and aero and all the other settings. And they kind of all do the same thing or not. And you learn what every car needs. And that's really the short answer.
Copy that.
That's how I look at it.
I think you're right, 100%. You know, my laugh is physics first. You know, what is a chassis like? Roll centers, ride heights, goofy things. I'm not plotting out the Ferrari, but I am by raising the car, lowering the car, seeing what she reacts to. I'm looking back at that mentally and saying, all right, what is this chassis like? And it could be roll center that I'm migrating or moving around. It could be spring rates like Greg was talking about. It's all relative. I'm an engineer that hates numbers because they're all relative. You know, I asked Greg what range of springs we have. He says, oh, from this to this. Doesn't matter. He could have said 5 to 10. That's our range. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, we don't use the numerical value all that often.
Yeah, just go up one, go down one, you know.
Yeah.
Things like that.
It's
Good
interesting
stuff.
when you compare a 300-pound spring to a 3,000-pound spring.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, this is 10 times stiffer than what I was using on this other car. That's kind of cool sometimes, but usually it's just, what's the next one available? What's the harder, the stiffer, the longer, the taller, the whatever it is. It's more about the adjustment and kind of how those numbers relate to each other than it is about the actual value.
And that relationship to what the car's doing on the track.
Oh!
Where's your brake bias? Where's your brake bias?
It's where it should be, but I was not pointed straight. Tighten the nut
So-
behind the wheel.
Yes. Before we forget, we got 10 minutes till the next race session starts.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move into that before we have a repeat of last time, or a few times ago, rather.
Am I not in the race lobby?
I don't think we ended up joining the race lobby.
Did I not join it?
No.
Did I exit and then rejoin this?
No, you said one more lap, and then we sat here for like 20 minutes.
Okay, well.
Is the driver not listening to the crew chief? The driver's job is to
Probably.
listen to the crew chief.
All right, well, I'm going to
Not
do that right
question
now. Sorry,
him.
guys.
All right, Garrett's spot on.
See, I would have made the same mistake. I thought we did this
Yep.
already.
Stop.
No,
Just let it
maybe we
go.
didn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
DJ,
check
am
it
I
out.
right?
Register.
Gray area.
So I actually thought that we went through this. So we're split 50-50.
Well, now I'm 100% registered for the race session.
I never backed out of the session.
Oh wow.
I could have clearly remembered clicking through the session because I've been sitting
Well,
here.
I was probably distracted. I left and then rejoined the same practice session.
Oh, Greg
Did
just
you?
wanted to do another lap. He thought he'd put another
Taking
quarter
everyone
in the
for a
machine.
ride
Because
right
I never
now.
did anything here.
Okay, all
So-
right. Well, thank you for calling me out, Garrett. Good.
Greg and I would have
And
missed
hey,
it.
even if we did, we only lost like 1 minute or so.
It's
Just
okay. I'd rather
rather
be in
be
the race
safe.
than not. Consumption for all of the fast laps there was like
TJ,
right.
could you rig up an electric shock collar?
Shut up, Greg.
At exactly what time we set it to, just buzzes him.
Every time he makes a mistake.
No.
Hey, Greg, how was the diff change?
I was going a lot faster and it felt really good on power down. Like I kind of liked it. What should I have looked for in a feel, or did it do
So,
the opposite of what you thought was going to happen?
Well, we were all chatting it up too much,
Yeah.
laughing our asses off. Sorry, oopsie.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically what I was looking for is how she reacted out of that slow speed corner, the biggest hairpin.
Out of
okay?
5.
Out of 5.
Okay.
How did it go on the way in? It's an odd corner. She flattens out pretty good, but it didn't drag the rear end. And like Greg said, can he start squeezing a little bit sooner? When his hands are still a little bit crooked and have a little turn in it. Remember, it's time on throttle. It's a drag race.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I can set the momentum of the car going forward a little bit faster, a little bit sooner, I should achieve a higher terminal velocity at the end.
Yeah.
So I can't feel that from here. I've got to rely on your words.
Yeah.
Obviously, you and I should break down that session and take a look at that data split.
What I felt in how the car drove all of a sudden was that it even more so on corner exits when I'm like sticking it to power and the car's going a little sideways on slip, it felt even more I thought it felt more predictable and drivable on corner exit. Like even more Tokyo Drift mode. I thought. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that was my perception of it. I think
That's
I
what
need
I was
more
hoping
time.
for. And again, like we were laughing about, we have 150 pounds of force that we can play with. So just take a big swing at it and see if we notice a change. That's just plotting a trend line. So
Yeah. The other thing, if you could keep me honest with throughout the race,
yeah,
if you could continuously remind me to keep the car straight and the braking into 5, that would.
yes,
I'm going to
yes.
eventually get lazy. Not that it's
Okay.
your job. I'm going to try my best to do that myself. But if you could just help me with that, that would be great.
Straight brakes.
Help me juggle that ball.
Yeah, it's true. Like you said, every driver resorts back to something, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. What? No, sorry. A deer?
Deer.
Deer.
All right. So
What's up?
Garrett was right. Garrett was right.
We were now in the race lobby.
You exited the screen. Went to
People
the
of France.
Yep. Went back to the open lobby where you could see how to join it,
And
Never
rejoin the practice
withdrew.
session.
and then rejoin the practice session. And you're like, okay, we're good.
Well, all right. That was pretty dumb.
You know what's funny?
It's
Is
hard
I
doing these
thought I
streams
had
and
the
everything
most-
simultaneously to get that all in. So thank you for keeping me honest, guys.
Tuning a race car is the most unsolvable equation. And I love it because I sit back here and I have no idea what these guys are talking about on streaming, what buttons to push. I could figure out the diff, I could figure out the brake bias, I could figure out the spring rate in the bar. But the minute they start telling me what
Whoa.
race lobby they're going into and what they're coming out of, I have no clue.
I don't know if I'm actually taking my words back. It feels a little bit more. No, now that I drove this time, it's definitely more squirrely on the way out. It's harder to put
On the
power
way
down
out or
without
on the way
losing.
in?
On the way out, and I'm
Okay.
also wondering if it is the reason that I spun on the way in on the
Got it.
brakes
Copy
there.
that.
Can we do the opposite of that?
I love you. First thing we're
Yeah.
doing.
Okay. We only
Diff
have
was 75 before.
5
Let's
minutes.
go 95.
I agree with the conventional wisdom on what that's going to do for us.
So this is part of the fun, is just conventional wisdom, and does it apply? It should.
I'm going to 100.
Oh, dirty dog. Yes, for 90. That'll never work.
You want me to do 95?
I'm only kidding. Go.
Okay.
Full throttle. Remember, folks, the number doesn't matter.
All right.
All right, so with a tighter diff preload, it should lock the diff sooner and try to pick up the push sooner. Whenever you lock the diff, it wants to keep the yaw angle that you have, keep the trajectory that you have. If you think about drag racing and a locked diff, it only goes straight. It doesn't like to turn.
Yep.
So.
That's like infinite preload.
Yeah. Well, they weld the gears.
Yeah.
Cold tires.
Yep.
No diff, just cold tires. What's your entry point for the bridge?
I'm not using the bridge. It's just a field corner for me.
Uh,
I'm not really driving
Ick.
with many references here. If I'm being totally honest.
Really?
Mosport to me, it's not a reference track. It's a feel thing everywhere.
Use the force, Luke.
There's no reference marks to really use for me,
Okay.
especially in the rain. I think
All right.
I don't think there's a single reference, like actual braking mark or line in the ground or something that I'm using.
Puddle.
Puddle, yeah, puddle, right?
Yeah, it's a joke. Engineer joke. 130, still cold.
Does feel pretty good. It does start slipping a little sooner on power on the way out, but it does not snap at all. It becomes very drivable on power on the way out with a little bit of opposite lock.
A little bit of opposite lock, so it picks up the rotation. Huh.
I think, again, could be cold tires. I'm just trying to give you a read really
137,
quickly.
Stop
with
at
lip-
the... Oh,
we just got
breath.
limited time, so I'm trying to read.
I know. Greg's feeling the pressure. What's his heart rate? 99. Yeah, he's up there. That's
Actually, yeah,
fast
for him,
That's fine for
that's
him.
high.
Yeah. Greg is a gazelle.
Oh, BMW is going off.
Did that have a Chicane Club sticker on the back of that thing?
No. Better not have.
Well, he forgot his brake zone. He doesn't know where to brake.
Couldn't tell any difference on power down there. It wasn't worse.
All right, so where's another big power pickup? 145, still cold. We think that the cold tire thing, as we know, picks up at 150. I think they got almost a hard line in the sand on this one.
Yeah, they really start feeling pretty good after 150. That's
That
a first two. Wow.
I was
Man,
going to say
I'm
broadcast
looking
before we
awful.
jump into the lobby.
Yeah, I guess so. Let me do that really quick here.
We're going back to 75, huh?
Um,
It was inconclusive test.
yeah,
Inconclusive.
I mean, I did hit the puddle there.
You hit the puddle and you're full throttle. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Inconclusive test. Still have to go back and double check.
Well, my goal, I mean, we've been testing this whole time, so I've been trying to find the limit. For the race, I'm going to back things up and really survive everything. What should
Test
we
driver
do?
versus race driver.
Yeah, no, I'm switching
Yeah.
hats right now to do
Yeah.
that.
Go back to 85.
Yeah, I agree. I think if we're going
Just
to
take a
chuck
look.
something at this
Yeah.
last second, I think we just go back a little bit closer to
Yeah.
where we were.
Yep.
So we were at 75, I think, originally,
75 ridge.
or
Yeah,
74. I say
Give or take.
85 is a good thing.
apply.
Let's
And
apply.
we didn't get into that number of friction plates thing, but too late.
Yeah. Always next time. Oop, there was a Mercedes in the wall.
Is that have Chicane Club stickers on it?
That was a Bilstein logo on it, so
I can't say anything about the shocks.
that-
Bilstein makes the best repeatable streetcar shocks.
yeah,
Yeah.
like consistent from one to
Yeah.
another to age and
Yep.
use.
Yep.
Hmm.
Best
right.
consistent streetcar shocks.
Well, we're gonna load into our race lobby now, so
All
let's
right.
see if it's actually as wet as we have been testing for, or
All
if
right.
it's gonna be a complete joke and be dry.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There
So
goes
Garrett,
nothing.
Yeah, Garrett has actually had a really good observation. So on the weather radar, he had called out the differences between that and the precipitation log that you see from Race Labs
Yeah,
overlay.
from Race Labs.
Okay.
Race
Garrett,
Labs
I-
earlier you saw it said 3% precipitation. That's the intensity. It's only measuring intensity. Meanwhile, the radar on iRacing will actually tell you like the actual coverage because precipitation
likelihood of
usually covers
precipitation.
precipitation is covered in a percentage. That's usually the area of like being covered, and not the actual intensity. But for some reason, Race Labs is showing the intensity is the precipitation and not the other way
Okay.
around. So
Well,
that's why it said 3% earlier, and you're like, "What the hell's going on?" Meanwhile,
This isn't the
out here,
rain.
I was looking, and it was a whole entire area was covered.
Yeah. Well, the only metric that iRacing gives you is the chance of precipitation.
Yeah.
So, like, you would assume that that's
Yep.
kind of like a be-all, end-all one number for the level of rain. In real life, we know chance of rain is very different from intensity of rain. But
Well, this is like
iRacing
medium
clearly
rain.
treats, yeah, like the likelihood
I'm
of
waiting for
rain
Garrett
is
to
very
just to
different
hit
from-
you with, 3 laps till the rain comes. Where he actually knows the lap count.
All right, this looks wet. This is wet. So at least we're driving. It looks soaking wet. So that part's, I guess, good for us because it's what we've been testing in. So at least we're driving what we know, and it's not some magical thing. Here, I'm gonna just quickly go out and drive for a lap and see what the heck this looks like. We're one of the last pit stalls here.
You and everybody else.
Yeah. Incident points count here, so we're gonna not bin it. Yeah, this is what we were just driving in. No, this is a... Really? I was going so slow there.
What was that about?
Am I crazy? Did I do something wrong?
I don't know.
I couldn't have been more ginger with that. I mean, I'll take responsibility, but...
You are the one behind the wheel.
Oh, and I got a black flag for speeding because I clicked the limiter off too fast. Wow, I'm
Oh.
just on a roll so far.
All
Here-
right, let's take a breath.
There's no time left now anyway. All right, well, there we are.
There's 49 cars in track, Greg. Yeah,
Cool.
this is Pack the car up. So let's just leave now.
No,
Put,
don't
put
say
it in the
that.
trailer,
God.
please.
We need to just survive.
I think the team
There's no
manager-
surviving in this big a field. I hate to say it. This is
This is gonna be fun.
This game of attrition is purely luck.
So now it's increased.
Also, rain's increased in intensity. We're
Ah,
gonna properly
cool.
min some of the deep of it now. We're gonna move into a
Great.
bit less intense, and then into like proper full-on monsoon storm weather towards the end of the race. So
Florida rain.
good luck.
Yay, this is going to be fun. All right, well, let's see what we can do here, folks.
All right, watch you cross over with your hands and feet.
Yep.
It's the only thing that I thought that might have caught you off a little bit, but
Okay. It looked like there was less puddles on track, which is where I went to that inside, but clearly I couldn't get away with that.
B. Shepherd is looking for a center console fishing boat.
So the Mercedes.
Am I on rains? Yeah, just making sure I'm actually on rain tires. It looks like less rain than our test session, but it doesn't feel like less rain.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit less than the test session. Smooth
Yeah.
hands, straight line brake.
But
Ice
it does
cold-
not
ice cold tires.
feel like less rain.
Ice cold. Copy that.
Assuming that we're reading this data correctly, you are correct. There is more currently right now.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna drive it like. The hard part is that the puddles are now more invisible than they were before. So I'm gonna try to drive where I think the puddles are.
Use
I
the
guess.
force. I am your
So. All right, let's try to bank something. I don't even know if I want to be in the middle of this pack. Let's see what I can do here.
Yeah, we're going radio silent.
Yep. It's an okay one so far.
154.
Cool. Now,
You started feeding your hands in just before you're releasing. Just a
Ah.
little bit.
copy. Man, I don't know that I had much more, and second place is 2 seconds ahead, so. But these guys all have a second lap that they could possibly hit me for, so. Okay. All right. Well, if that gets me third place in this split of drivers, I will certainly take it. Or at least in the top. There's 23 drivers, so I'm currently third. So that's
All
pretty
right.
wild.
Deep breath.
Yeah. Whew. All right.
All right. Talk to me what you did wrong. I'm just saying. DJ's laughing. I want to know.
I was pretty aggressive in 4 on the drive
Why?
in.
Why?
Well,
Why do you think you're going to gain speed there?
on the way in,
Yeah.
I feel very confident on the way into 4. It's the braking,
Yeah.
and I was pretty confident that I was straight as an arrow through this this puddle,
Yeah.
and I guess I was not.
Yeah. I thought you. Again, it's the overlaps, and I think it's a micro overlap here, where either you did not release the wheel a little bit more, or you just held the wheel for that microsecond more. Go back to, I think, a little bit more of the Skip Barber straight line, smooth hands, release off the brake, release off the gas, straight hands, you know. I think it might pay a little bit of dividends, because I see that that's where the razor blades really jump out here.
Yeah. Like I said,
I know.
without
Throttle it back.
Oh, for the race? No,
Yeah.
I'm even going to be more conservative, especially if we're P5.
Okay.
If we can just survive, I think we have a really good shot at just getting through this one. And I know with the multi-class element, that could still be a tall order.
I wanted to put a 28.2 down, but you know, you just didn't do it.
Hey, I'll take a... I did a 28.9. I didn't even see the time. That's awesome.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
cold tires, too.
Yeah.
It's
No,
pretty
good job, Greg. I think just you pushed it a little bit hard. I thought you did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I really wanted to take another half a second off of that. It might have gotten me a position or two. Oh,
Yeah.
it couldn't have even held on to second place.
Yeah.
Well,
close.
maybe. Close?
Would've been
Yeah.
close.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Good job.
All right.
More important question. What's this Harvey gonna be, guys? TJ, what's your bet here?
I cast my vote at the 121, 130.
I was going 121. I think he's going to crack the 120.
He's definitely cracking 120s this week.
He's a gazelle. Were you on the bike at all this week or anything like that?
No, I have
Working
not
out?
done a workout in a while,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to admit out loud.
Yeah.
We're
For
burning,
shame.
we're burning right around 1.9 to 2.0 liters per lap. And I know from looking at the results earlier today that there's about 30 laps to be done, plus a pace lap. So 31 laps at, call it 1.95 liters a lap. Wants to do
Ooh,
the
the
math.
05.
You said 32 laps?
Yeah, 30 race laps. Or if you want to call it 31 now, we're really
Okay.
adding a lot of fuel.
31, that's the 2.
Well, 31
We're taking
race laps.
8.45 gallon or liters, so
31 race laps plus a pace lap, so 32 laps
okay.
times 1.95 liters per lap gives us a total burn of...
So we need to take 10.4 liters. All right, Pitt.
All right, so
I'll give you I can give you 12 just in case.
12. And Angelo, I think what we were talking about, if it's going to be this wet, we can always change this in the race if conditions change. I think the best bet, because it's going to be a very short stop, and we are not really necessarily afforded 2 free tires because we're taking such little fuel, and these tires take so long to come up to temperature, I say we take no tires. We just take fuel and go.
Yeah, well, 12 liters, that's
Like
6 laps, 5 laps. We would just be coming up to temperature, so it's like you said, I agree with you. Should be no benefit.
Yeah, so we have a really big window on when to take that also. So we can go early, we can go late, we can go in the middle, whatever we want. Whenever we see an opportunity, we should go, I think, is the answer.
Copy that.
All right, so assuming that we're correct, precipitation is at 52%, so it's increased even more from qualifying.
Okay.
And the rain cloud is incoming, so it's probably just going to get worse.
Okay. All right.
It's looking like one side of the track's gonna be worse than the other side.
All right. Well, that's
Heads
good to know. So that if it starts feeling like crap, it's because it's getting worse.
Yes, it is
leave
gonna
some
get
room.
a lot worse.
I was thinking it was set up.
15-20% worse.
We don't have any time now. 10 seconds. Heart rate? I don't even know where I would bet there. I would say 121 to 130.
Yeah, you already crested 108.
Nah, that's about normal.
That's not bad. It's not bad. How many cars in the field?
49.
I'm just saying. All right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. It'll be a fun one.
23 GT3 cars, 15 LMP2s, and 11 GTPs. I assume top split because there's a lot of 3, 4, 5, 6,000.
And this track drives narrow with all those puddles. I don't see this ending well for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Let's just try to keep it safe. Eyes up, Garrett. You and I on spotting. You're doing what view? Be tough.
Let's go.
Yeah, I never understood the split start that's like 7 days later. They're going to catch us.
Oh, yeah, like immediately. And we're going to be going green in the middle of a corner in the backside of the track somewhere, which is also a bit silly. Yeah, keep dragging the brake here.
You know what they don't have correct?
What's
The
that?
amount of fog that the front 3 cars would be pulling off right now.
Oh, the spray?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is light spray. It does get a lot worse. That could be a
Uh,
limiting factor in us how close we can get. It's just that we can't see in front of us.
Yep. My first race at New Hampshire, I could not see the car in front of me.
Whew.
Uh-huh.
That's got to be fun.
Very scary at 110 miles an hour.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to be out of 5 on the back straightaway when we go green.
Full throttle.
Yeah.
Cold tires, cold tires, cold tires. I'm only kidding.
Safety car is an 8.
Garrett and I are both rather nervous for you. I'm going to take the stress for you.
All right. Oh, this is going to definitely be stressful. Safety car is coming to pin in, so we're about to go racing here. There we go. Oh boy. Here goes nothing.
Cold tires, nice and smooth. Everybody is single file.
Got it. Yeah, yellow ahead, prototype spawn. Still a yellow ahead.
Good job, nice and smooth.
All right. Man, this is tough with spray.
Yeah, this is good. They did do a good job.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch the blimp view. I can't see a single thing.
Yeah, from the blimp you cannot see the cars.
I'm gonna pop out behind this Corvette on straightaways just to see.
Yeah, just be mindful of puddles.
Oh, we got a prototype.
Prototype
reach.
off ahead of you.
Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Good job, good job, good job. Car danger close, behind. All
Yep,
clear,
I see
clear.
it.
Copy that.
All clear.
Deep breath, turn one slow.
At least he grabbed the brake pedal and didn't let it roll.
The 3 of us were just saying that if he didn't put 2 feet in, we were done.
Yeah.
Good job on that, driver. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was awesome. That was very helpful. Oh, big wreck behind us. Plenty of breathing room behind now.
Deep breath, smooth hands. This is a long race, as TJ just said.
Yep. Whew. All right. GTP leaders already into the back of the GT field.
Let's try not to look at the screen too much. Let's focus in front. I need your concentration on the puddles and the overlap. Need you to be smooth.
Got it.
Smooth hands, brake straight.
Yellow ahead. Tiptoeing everywhere.
Copy that. I'm watching the feet. Nice tippy toes.
Yep.
Smooth hands.
Yep.
Brake straight.
Copy.
GTP velocity leader goes 5 seconds out.
Car, copy. Car ahead spun off. There.
Let them make mistakes. You stay cool.
Yep. Already P3.
Gentlemen, it is a long race. I don't want to hear anything about position.
Done.
And for those
GTP should
tuning
be on
in,
us any second now.
Yep, for those tuning in, I increased the engine volume for you guys because we're going to be a little bit quieter tonight on the microphone to give Greg the chance to focus.
You get a
Cool.
GTP, 1.5 seconds behind.
Copy. That was bold, Mr. Audi.
Now, would that be a local yellow, or would that be passing under yellow? Oh boy.
This Audi is very clueless.
I'd be scared too.
Yeah. Situational awareness is not very high for him. Her, whoever it is.
3.5 seconds to the GTP.
Got it.
Right on top of you.
Please don't rear end me.
Should be picking up.
Copy. It ain't getting better.
We are not in the heavy stuff. Remember Garrett's.
It's about to get a little bit heavier.
Okay. I can deal with that. Anyone got any rain X for the windshields?
Yes.
How's the fog on the windshield? Inside.
It's actually
Stop.
pretty good.
Keep safe. Keep safe. Keep safe.
Oh,
All clear behind. All clear behind.
I lost 3
Alright, no
seconds
more
with
jokes
that.
for you.
All right, clearly.
All right,
Just
no more
drive the
about
car.
Rain-X.
No more Rain X positives.
Okay. Oof. All right.
GTV,
Focus up.
1.5 seconds out. Let's go to the top of you. Two can come in now.
Let me go down the inside. Giving you all the space. Can someone turn the air conditioning down in this front, in the sim room for me, please? It's getting warm
Okay,
in here.
got it.
Okay, thank you.
GTP behind.
Woo. Which way you going? Which way you going?
Inside, 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 inside. Clear, 2. Second car.
Copy.
Clear.
Can
Got
feel it
another
getting
P2
worse.
approaching, 2.5 seconds out.
Copy. Can feel the conditions getting worse for sure.
That is a copy. 60%.
Yep.
It says puddles are increasing visually. Windshield's increasing visually.
Yep. I can feel the grip starting to go away even more.
P2 right top of us.
Okay.
P2 close.
Yep.
Inside. P2 2.7 out.
Okay.
P2 1 second. Danger close. Straight away. Here he comes inside.
Copy. Wow, I can't see.
Doing good. Doing good. Half second out. P car. Inside. Outside. I'm sorry, I get mixed up with the mirror view. Little
it's okay.
dyslexia.
It's okay.
You're doing good. Keep your head down. The puddles are going to be getting larger, though, and it's still increasing.
Yeah.
2 class cars behind. Plenty of room to breathe. 6 seconds out.
Copy.
Straight line brakes. Soft hands. Soft feet.
They have a race going on behind me, so I don't think that that's gonna become an immediate issue for me.
All clear. Just focus in front.
Yep.
2.5 seconds out.
GTP right on top of you.
Copy. Yellow flag here. Not sure what it's for.
Yep, P2s. Half second out.
Copy.
One more. You clear?
Wow.
This is yellow rain. This is not orange or red. This is yellow rain.
Yeah. Another Mustang limping around here.
Focus in front. Car off on the right.
Careful, that
See if he
P2's
comes
rejoining. Right where you're
Yep.
howling in.
See him. Mustang needs to get out of the way. Thank you, sir.
Got a P2 coming out towards you.
Yep.
Right now. It's right on top of you.
That's a GT car.
That P2 behind you must have crashed out if he's had an issue.
Good read, good read.
That's if you're a GTP right on top of you. Yeah, GTP, 2 seconds out.
Got it.
There you go, boy. Deep breath. Lot coming. Lot coming.
Got it.
GTP right on top of you, 1.5
Yep.
seconds.
I see him.
P2 coming,
Yep.
just one. One more GTP, 1.5 seconds.
Copy. Driving blind.
Smooth hands, straight line. Puddle's getting worse. Up this way.
Get a P2, 2.5 seconds out.
Okay. Stay there. Thank you.
Alright, we got a P2, 2 seconds out.
Okay.
2 then, 1.5 seconds out now.
Don't you dare go to the inside, you.
Another P2 right on top of you, going the
Yep.
outside.
Yep.
The one behind him, also going
Yep.
outside.
Yep.
Clear. GTP in 1.5 seconds.
If they didn't have bad judgment, they'd have no judgment.
P2 behind him, going in inside as well.
Yep, I see. They could be driving the puddles.
Yeah. Oh, we got you. We got you.
They've been forcing you into it. You've done a good job of handling it.
Yeah.
All right. Take a big, deep breath. Got something about 10 seconds out, so we're okay. Take a big, deep breath. Class. 1, 2, 3, 4 class cars behind you.
Okay.
Great job managing that. Watch out for your puddles. Smooth hands. Brake in straight line.
What is this Mustang doing?
Trying to
Lapped him
survive.
3 times
Trying to
now.
become a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Excuse me, gentlemen. You've got the big springs on.
I'm faster than this Mercedes when I can see where I'm going.
Still 3 class cars behind.
Copy.
Nice and smooth. No sudden movements. Still 3 class cars behind.
Copy.
Nice and easy. Doing great.
Car
Take a
feels
breath.
good.
Take a breath. Big breaths. Slow the hands down.
Yeah, we got a P2 a second back.
Yep. Slow down the hands, Greg. Slow down the hands.
Unless you have to save it. I'm okay with happy hands after that.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Keep it on the track. Keep it on the track.
lighten the grip a little bit.
Yeah.
Got a P2, 1.5 seconds back.
This car is down a lap, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We had 2 P2s.
Yep. Okay. Come on, dude.
That was unnecessary. He's lapped. I don't know why he's trying to be so aggressive.
He just lost control.
That's a copy on that.
Yeah.
Floated in a little bit too much speed.
Yep. I got a little loose because
One
I
on
just
top, you can GTP.
copy.
No need to explain yourself. Just drive.
Yeah, I'll explain it afterwards.
Exactly, you got a whole debrief.
How you feeling about a stop, Angelo?
I'm still sweating over here. Looking at your heart rate calming down. 21 minutes remaining.
Copy. Let's try to take it the next opportunity we see the most traffic behind me as I come to pit lane. I think that's the only rationale we should be judging by.
We're looking pretty close to that. There's a good stack of
Should probably
GTPs
pit
in
next
there.
lap. Get the a big stack of GTPs and P2s approaching us.
Copy.
Okay.
BMW is making me nervous. What are you doing?
Struggling. He's struggling. Okay. Just be safe.
Yep.
Try to
Don't
predict
force
which-
anything. Just let him
Yep.
screw up on his own.
Oh
It's
yeah.
bound to happen. Just stay back. Don't get too close, and don't get collected.
Flashing him as much as I can here. Thank you. Are we boxing this
Thank you.
lap?
Copy that. Box, box, box.
Fuel's ready? No tires.
Fuel is ready.
Copy, yeah,
No
I don't
tires.
think, do not need tires.
Not after this deluge.
Yeah.
Radar doesn't have anything slowing up, so
Copy.
watch out for the puddles going in.
Yep. Why am I stopped there? That was not where I was stopped originally.
Yeah, you're in the very front.
That's
the hell
not
happened?
cool. What
All
the
right.
hell, iRacing?
I just wanted to random that.
That's very not cool, iRacing.
Gotta keep you on your toes, man. Gotta keep you on your toes. It's okay.
We didn't lose much. We didn't lose much. We're good.
Yeah, that's... They're trying
Right.
to complicate it everywhere they can.
Slow hands, cold tires.
Copy.
GT behind you. 2.5 seconds.
Okay, drift in front. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful.
Two prototypes. GTP and a P2. Don't want
Yeah.
us now. You're clear.
Totally unnecessary.
Another P2. 3 seconds out.
That pit stop thing is total BS.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. We'll figure it out later. Just
Yeah.
focus forward.
Forward. Yep. Focus in front.
It's frustrating, but just focus forward. Nothing we can do. Yeah, P2. 2 seconds out. P2. Half second.
Copy.
You're clear. Take a breath. 10 seconds out. Take a breath.
I'm hoping that iRacing screwed up everyone else's pit stall location too, and they suffer the same consequence.
Okay. Just get out of your head for now.
I know, I know.
We can be angry about it later.
I can talk too, guys.
No, just drive the car. Last time you tried
Try-
talking,
try-
you spun it.
And last time we talked, we didn't get into the race. Love.
And we also didn't get our rating sponsor.
Okay. You guys know I'm the face of the company too, right?
Yeah, but once we get clean,
I know. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. All right, 16 minutes to go.
That's what I like to hear. 16 minutes to go.
The P2. 2 seconds out. One second out.
Yep.
You're clear. Get another one. 1.5 seconds out.
Okay. I need different wiper speeds.
Garrett promised me that he'd re-next the windshield.
Alright, we're clear pro attention now. Just driving line, keep it safe.
Yep. Gotta say, the car feels really good, considering everything.
You're turning some consistent laps, despite the weather coming up and down.
Yeah, I feel like I can understand what it's doing and drive it.
Good.
Consist-
P2, 1.5 seconds out.
Thank you, Garrett.
I'm okay with consistency, driving well onto the limit right now.
14 minutes for under the limit.
Base shuttle livery going by.
Heads up, the race leader is behind us. 7.5 seconds back.
Class leader or overall?
Class leader, and then overall.
Copy.
Overall leader is 5 seconds back now.
Is the class leader fighting anyone?
No,
Copy.
both of them are not fighting anyone. They're very much the clear.
He's 30 seconds ahead of second place. Wow. Maybe he hasn't stopped yet.
PJ and looking at it. We're all looking at it. There's 2 people that stopped so far.
GTP, 2 seconds
Oh.
back.
That's fourth place, this broken Corvette here. That's a free position.
Class leader is by. Clear.
Copy.
Got a P2 4 seconds back.
Okay. There's
Careful
mul-
with the Mustang.
I think
He's
just
left.
one of several Mustangs doing this. I think. Oh, broken prototype. Oh, come on, man.
Got it, got it, got it. Keep it together. Deep breath.
These guys.
Not these guys. We need to survive.
P2 behind you.
I see him.
He's going outside. Oh, but inside now. What the hell are you thinking?
He can wait.
He's doing wiggles, flashing lights. He's There you
Dude,
go.
you
Let him
can't
clear.
pass in
Let
the
him-
puddles.
let him clear.
Okay.
GTP, 2.5 seconds out.
I'll go Barfield, give him a lesson.
Well, here's well.
GTP, right on top of us.
Okay.
B2 right top of us. Pass. You're clear. Car off track. You're entering.
See it. See it.
Oh, right in front of you. Lots of P2s coming around you.
Yep.
I'm talking now. On the right. You're clear. Be careful with them.
Yep.
You got a GTP out attacking as well. You're clear. Another one, 2.5 seconds out.
Okay.
One and a half seconds. GTP.
Okay.
Right on top of you, left side.
Yep.
You're clear.
Ten seconds of breathing room.
Okay.
2 GTPs coming.
The GTP right top of us. I believe. Yeah, 2 seconds out.
Okay.
Last car possibly coming out of pit lane, right side.
Copy.
GTP, 1 second out. P2, right on top of you. You got a GTP directly on top of you.
Yep.
7 minutes to go.
Okay.
Coming right side. P2 behind him. Also
Okay.
right side. You're clear.
Thousand yards behind, all clear, all clear.
Okay.
19 seconds clear behind you.
Love it.
Cars in front. 7 minutes out.
How close is P4?
10, 11 seconds. 12
Okay.
seconds.
All right.
No warm up positions. Let's just finish where we are. We got third place, I believe. No, fifth. I don't know what my showing on third, but just we got good position. This is good points. This is good safety. Let's
Yep.
just finish what we can.
I just want to know where we are.
Copy that.
Car ahead is lapped traffic.
Missing a rear wing.
Be careful. We don't want to get caught up with them.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kyle. I assume we're plenty safe on fuel.
That we are.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a tiny little bit extra, like 2 laps extra, just in case. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a 29 or a 33 lap race, so I figured I'd notice it just a bit.
Yep.
Just a bit extra.
6 pounds is not going to matter in this one.
Nope.
Heads up, I think there might be a banged up GTP car ahead of us, because we're gaining on him.
Copy. Yeah, I see him moving slow. Four and a half minutes. Oh, and he bended again on his way into pit lane.
Well, the car's in pit lane was on fire.
That's new.
Big booms as well coming out of him.
Huh.
Really bended. Yes, we have a P car, a lot of P car behind us. 1.5 seconds. Get on
Copy.
top of us now. 1 second out. MRD's killing us. Okay, here he is, right on top of us.
I didn't get a blue flag because we're technically ahead of him in the race because he's several laps down. Like, why don't I see a
He was the
blue
class
flag?
leader, and then he went off.
Aha. So after an accident, he's still P5.
Yeah. Good stretch on his behalf.
Majority of the prototype field kind of killed themselves prepared.
Yeah, I see it. There's a lot missing.
Tough car to drive in the rain.
Oh, yeah, totally. And he wrecked it again.
Again, he's must be suffering
Oh,
damage.
that's gonna suck.
Yeah. Damage upon damage upon
On his
damage.
out lap.
Probably pull tires.
Two minutes, 30 seconds.
Got it.
All clear behind, 10 seconds.
Looks like both prototype leaders are behind me here.
Now they are 2 seconds back. Roughly on top of us.
Yep.
Although the sun's coming out, the rain is increasing according to the charts, so don't be fooled.
Got it.
We're a small lull. Get GTP leader passing you to the
Don't let
right.
them both
And
go.
we got a P2 also on the right, and you're clear.
Yep. And we just took white flag because the overall leader is now in front
40
of us.
seconds out, so that's it. Should be
Got
last
the
lap.
second place GTP car coming about 7 seconds out.
Okay.
GTP, 3 seconds out.
Okay.
2 seconds. 1 second.
He'll stay behind.
You're trying to judge another man?
I assume. Smart money would say to stay there, but
Logic is not the iRacing player's best friend.
He's got to pass you down the stretch. There you go.
we
There we go.
survived the rain, fellas.
We survived. Oh my
Holy
gosh.
cow.
With one
The
incident
freaking
point because I was
stress.
talking about Rain X.
Garrett was right. You're not allowed to talk. No more sponsors
No,
about
I
radio.
know.
No, it was good. It was good. Good save on your behalf. Good save. Good cow, guys.
Oh, man. I feel like as slow as that was,
Yeah.
and as conservative as that was, the amount of focus that took just to do all of that for that whole distance was...
Yeah.
Wow.
That
And
was
that's
too
the-
painfully meticulous.
That's either a top split or a very high second split, and we finished 5th, so I'm actually... That's a really solid result. That should be really good championship points for us.
Okay.
The guys who finished in front of us, 4th place was a 3.8, 3rd place was a 4.9, 2nd was a 5.9, and leader was a 3.9. So,
Okay.
in terms of iRating, I think we batted up tonight.
All right. Good.
Awesome. Car was great. I mean, as good as you could possibly, I would imagine, only fine adjustments would be what we needed to play with any further, but honestly, I think that was fine. I don't blame the car for anything that happened there. That was good. And I don't
Copy
think,
that. Thank you.
as dumb as the pit stop moving my pit station from quali to race, or from practice to race, that didn't matter in the end results at all. The 3 seconds didn't make a difference.
Right. Yeah. So we've been talking about that this whole time. Yeah. It would have been battling Ramirez for 4th at most. So, and still with that difference, you still would have been behind by 6 seconds or so.
Yeah, and I finished 10, 12 seconds behind him, so I don't think that cost us very much. Did everyone,
Yeah,
was 7 seconds or
7
so we
second
lost,
delta.
but-
Yep.
did everyone stop? Or did some people try to stretch fuel?
Oh, they stretched it far.
They stretched like hell.
Yeah.
But
That's
did
why
they
made it
stop?
work.
Oh yeah. Everybody.
Yeah,
stopped.
everyone had to stop. Some people
Okay.
just stopped significantly later.
What we say?
than others.
Less under 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
10, 15
Yeah.
minutes.
It was. They stretched it hard.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was splash and dash. What did you see on the pit stop window? You said that there were 20 seconds.
27.
27 pit stop.
They're almost all 27 seconds. So there's something we don't.
So they were all pulling 27-second pit stops.
Okay, and what was ours? Do you guys know how long our stop was? Like how much time that cost us? You said about 6
Yeah, it's
seconds?
34. 34.
Okay, so 7 seconds is what it cost us, which didn't make a difference in the end for us anyway. Wow. Well, is there anything we want to review with any of that? I don't know if there's any single incident we want to see other than me being dumb and going off my...
Lack of visibility. So we jump into this. We're telling stories about how the fog that normally comes off the cars, and then the start of the race happens, and they fogged you in with the leaders. So it was really, really good as far as iRacing is the visibility. Starting the race, you can't see anything.
You can't see anything. And it's
Yeah.
whenever the prototypes went by, I had to slow down just to see
Yeah.
where I was going. And then as soon
Yeah.
as it was clear, I picked up a second a lap just because I could see where I'm going.
Yeah.
There's a couple times. So what I was trying to say is that the one time I got a little loose in the middle of 4, it's because I had so much spray. I didn't know where I was or what direction I was pointed. So I couldn't
Yeah.
see what the car was doing. And
Yeah.
then when I did see, I had to like very quickly correct. Oh man, this is
We
the
were
wrong
looking
direction.
at that too, like I can't even see the hill.
I didn't know where I was.
Yeah. Copy
Like
that.
I had no idea where I was going with all that. So I
Oh,
guess whoever
Re-
picked the 120 to 130 window won.
yeah.
So
121.
one peak is 126. I feel like that was
All three of us.
what was that, early in the race, I assume?
Oh, we
Probably,
did-
probably the
lost,
beginning or something.
lost sight of
It
it.
was pretty early, yeah.
Yeah.
Consistently slow.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a huge disparity. My best time was a 29.2. The fastest in our class was a 28.1 with all the guys ahead of me. Fourth place only did a 29.4.
Yeah.
But all my lap times are 31s,
Yeah.
32s, a couple
Can
30s.
you bring up
120.
Ramirez's lap times?
I think so.
Just want to see if we could.
He was in 30s the whole time.
Yeah. And let's go one more up. Let's go to Caleb.
Caleb McDonald. 29s the whole way. With a
Okay.
fast time of a 28.1. So they just
Yeah.
had a second on pace.
Yeah. They were stretching its legs pretty good.
Yeah, with the
And
double
it-
the I rating, yeah.
It kind of showed the top three guys just stayed on pace and ahead of pace.
Yeah, I had nothing for them. I
Yeah.
gave up very quickly on trying to
I
do
think
anything with them.
if we could have been next to Ramirez, you two guys would have raced it out really well.
Yeah, I
Just
think that
based
would
on
have been
timelines. Yeah.
close. I know, was he the one who was the Mercedes that was breathing down my neck before the stop? Or was that a different car?
Different. Ooh,
I believe that was him.
ooh,
There
that's
was
right.
more than one Mercedes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
There was somebody that was close.
There was a Mercedes a couple of seconds back, and there's also there's also the other guy in the Mercedes who was pretty close.
Yeah.
So one of the
Wow.
things that we were talking about back here was, although it's nice and wise and comfortable for you, sorry,
I
you
know.
pull a pit stop earlier and a fuel calc. We're wondering if the top three aliens stretching it to the last 10 minutes gained anything on us.
How so?
What's your viewpoint on pushing even further into a pit stop window on something like a rain race?
I mean, I think that's kind of like I think that doesn't that all come out in the wash in terms of weight on the car and wear and
I
all
know.
of that.
I
You still
know.
need the same amount of fuel to get, unless you're doing big fuel saving and you're trying to fuel save the whole time. But again, it still doesn't matter where you stop. Maybe if you, all right, here's some logic. If you fuel save the entire race and you live change your fuel calculation really late,
Mhm.
so you take a really late stop, then you
Mhm.
know you have much more accuracy on where you need to be to get to the checkered flag on fuel. Whereas if you take a really early stop and the fuel save, you're kind of gambling with a long shot
Yeah.
with much less accuracy. So maybe that's some strategy,
Yeah.
but that's only going to buy you a second or two on how much fuel you're going to.
I
It's
know.
only going to change it like, I don't know, 4 or 5 liters, which is 1 second, 2 second, which
Yeah.
is not worth nothing. But I don't know if there's much to
Yeah.
that. I'd rather avoid prototype traffic
I
for a
agree.
lap.
That's why we had to ask you. You're the driver.
Yeah, that was the only split tonight for reference.
Yep. Copy that.
That's my thinking. That's where I think the weight in the car all comes out to a wash. Have to put this much fuel into the car
Yeah.
at some point. In theory, we could also. I've thought about this, and there's no benefit to this just because of the cost of fueling. What if we short fuel to start and then fill it in the race? There's no benefit to doing that either. Like I'm trying to
Just
scratch
fun.
my head around.
Just fun.
Just another thing to wrap my head
Yeah.
around. Like, why do we start short and then add
we
later?
were talking about earlier. If you're doing the same thing, then what are you doing?
Yeah,
You
there's so
have
much.
to make a big change.
Yeah, if we're doing the same as everyone else. I mean, you
Yeah.
could in theory do that, but I don't know if that's going to necessarily like net you crazy positions early in the race. That's going to pay off later. I don't know
No.
that it would do that. You'd be so stuck in the muck with traffic anyway. The advantage you'd gain, you'd waste.
Yep.
So,
Copy that.
I don't know. That's my thinking on that. It's kind of a split thing. All right, so let's look at GT3 class. So we did finish. All the other GT3s finished 1 lap further than me because those prototypes passed me on the last lap and cut me short by a lap. So in theory, we only did 29 laps. They all did 30. I think we had 2 extra laps worth of fuel, which again doesn't make, with this much of a difference, doesn't make a difference in
That
the
was
end result.
literally on the last corners.
5 liters of fuel doesn't make a difference on timing.
Big points, 113.
That's really good championship points
That
that
is
we've needed
huge
for a while.
points.
We haven't had a great result lately, so that's
Really?
huge championship
Okay.
points for us. Yeah, over 100
Nice.
is pretty solid.
Nice. Good job. Good job, guys.
iRating, we picked up 67 points, and I got almost a quarter point of safety rating, which I'll tell you guys very briefly. I did an offline race myself on Monday to try to make up for our wreck at Daytona last week. Short story is it didn't go very well. It was a
Malintended.
I was very clean, and there was a lot of very unsportsmanlike racing by multiple drivers throughout the entire length of the race. I made some mistakes
pretty
that I own up
impressed.
to. They're very creative ways to get around fast at Daytona, and then just some straight up malicious attacks on me for taking me out of the
Kind
race.
of a funny thing that they do in Formula Race promotions is that while you're on the false grid, they take a picture of everybody's nose box. That's it. So if you're bump drafting or if you hit somebody, you usually mark up the nose.
Everyone will know.
And if they need to take another picture, that's it. It's done. And you
Yeah.
got bump drafted about, I don't know, 22 times.
Yeah, there was a whole straightaway of bump drafting, which was like, I don't know, 6 incident points every single time. And I'm like, how is that fair? He probably sees my incident points and knows that he's going to try to get me to 17 so I get a penalty before he does, which is just...
Yeah, just mischievous, bad.
That's really not cool,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I really should report him and sit down and do that.
Yeah.
So,
Can you write him a love letter?
iRacing doesn't allow you the utility for probably smart move.
Yeah.
They don't
Yep.
allow you the
too
utility to
much
send
bashing.
messages. It would be very
Yeah.
unhealthy very quickly.
Whereas we're
Yeah,
nice
turn
and
it into an
cordial.
Xbox Live chat.
Yeah, that'd be ugly. All right, so if we look at championship points, let's get back on this. We kind of haven't had some great results. Daytona, we were taken out last week, and I don't know where we finished. Nowhere near the lead. Watkins, I crashed at Watkins. Portimao, I think was okay. It wasn't anything stellar, I want to say. Right, Garrett? Portimao?
Portimao was the one we missed, I believe.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we missed Portimao.
And then I made that one up myself, and I think I did okay, but it was nothing stellar. And then what else am I missing? Daytona.
Watkins was all right.
Yeah. So we just haven't had any solid results. This is, believe it or not, our most solid points result so far. So we're at 322 points. So after such a great result last season, we were in Division 3. Now we are in Division 2. So we're in the higher split of championship points now. So it's much higher, highly competitive drivers. For example, the guy leading Division 2 right now is a 6,000 iRating. I'm a 2.1 going on 2.2. So yeah, I'm going to be further down the ranking. Right now, I'm 228th. No, I'm sorry, 228th in the globe in this series. Division 2, I am 77th. So on the fourth page of results. So nothing terribly exciting. In Florida, let's see if they fixed their UI. I think I tried this the other day and it worked. Hey, there I am. I'm 5th in Florida right now. Sebastian Weldon is in 3rd place. Does anyone else see that right now? Dan Weldon's son?
No, it is really.
It is. I know
Awesome.
because he's racing in USF Juniors right now, leading the championship.
Oh, nice.
So that is the
Miss Dan.
I
Good guy.
presume this is Sebastian Weldon, but I know.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I mean, I'm in rarefied air with that group. That's pretty cool. He's got way more points than we do, so that might be hard to get to the top in Florida. He's in Division 1, so.
Where does he live?
I don't know. Obviously in Florida somewhere.
Yeah.
I think they card at Homestead all the time, so I want to say they're Miami or at least South Florida
wow.
based.
Okay, copy that. Be nice to
So-
reach out, maybe get him over here.
Yeah, I don't personally know him, but if anyone watching knows the Weldon family, we'd love to have him here.
He came through the F2000 ranks when we were running the Pro Series as well.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. I think he's in juniors right now, so kind of like entry level USF 2000. So one step
Nice.
below USF 2000.
Cool.
I
Love
think
it.
he's winning the championship
All right.
right now. I want to say I feel like I've seen his name a lot in that.
We can Google it.
We could
see.
someone look that up in USF juniors.
Copy that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I can't read and I'm staring at the screen so hard, but I got it.
Yeah. WHELDON. Dan Weldon's son, Lionheart. Isn't there a good documentary on that I now that I say it, I need to watch it, but I know about it. Do you know what I'm talking about, Angelo?
Yeah, that one I have not seen.
I think it's called Lionheart. Anyone
Yeah.
watching the documentary on Dan Weldon, famous IndyCar driver who unfortunately passed away in a pretty gnarly wreck. Wow, I guess it's been a number
long
of years, 10 years
Yeah,
now,
about.
probably. And now both of his sons are coming up through the ranks of racing. Apparently I'm in the same. He's racing in Florida in the same category as me, with 164 more points than me. So, all right, didn't think we would end up talking about the Weldon family tonight, but here we are. So, yeah. Well, I mean, we survived. I think that was I'm pretty happy with how that could have.
You survived. The stress level behind us, I don't know.
Oh, my stress was pretty high too. Like, don't be,
Yeah.
I hope I didn't make that look easy, because it wasn't.
No, it wasn't easy from anybody's standpoint.
It might have been boring and quiet, but it
No,
was not easy.
PJ was right. We're going to be a little bit quiet. We're just going to let you do your thing, because
I will
it's
interject
very
with
easy.
jokes here and there, but
I know.
I'd like to think that the Rain-X joke wasn't directly tied to the mistake I made, but I won't deny that there was a correlation there. Correlation,
right.
causation, whatever.
So, 24-hour stories.
Mhm.
How many bottles of Dawn and soap and anti-fog went around? So
We always had our timing stand chock full of Rain-X.
Yeah, there was literally pit stops with people jumping into the window, trying to get the fog off the inside, because there were no great defrosters back in the day.
Mhm.
They were just trying to glue in the heat strips and other things, and there were fans and ducts, but none of it worked.
Yeah, the just having Rain-X, like traditional, normal, I don't know what you call it, the water hydrophobic stuff on the exterior of the windshield, in any race car, is the best thing you could ever do for driving in the rain. Now, on the inside of the cockpit, because of how hot the car is compared to the exterior temperature, fog on the inside of the windshield is a huge issue. So I think they do Rain-X sells a specific like anti-fog treatment.
Yes, they do. Yep.
And that goes on, if you put a very healthy coat on the inside of the windshield, that would go a very long way in keeping the fog from ever forming on the windshield.
So prior to that was Dawn dish soap.
Yep.
And soap bars and other goofy, home remedies.
Mhm.
I believe that one team actually gave their driver a squeegee with a rag on it.
I was just about to say we did that at a club level a number of times. Here you go. Use this on the straightaway.
I think I saw that at Daytona, but
You're
I
driving
can't
one hand
say
at
that I
160
did.
miles an hour doing this with the windshield, trying to clean it off every 30 seconds. Crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. So fortunately, iRacing, your rain simulation is failing because you're not simulating the fog and having to turn on a defogger.
After the start of the race, TJ and I looked at each other like, yeah, he can't see anything. No.
Yeah, that's just the spray. That's the crazy part. Well, and I'm not really, I said it in the middle of the race, but I'm not really exaggerating. It would be nice to have different wiper speeds, like intermittent, low, medium, high,
and
like a low speed and a high speed.
One.
No, there's only just on or off.
Oh.
iRacing, you're the king of having 100 million things to map to switches. Here you go. Here's 5 more things to map. Speed.
We got 150 pounds that we can play with the diff preload, but we can't put 3 wiper speeds.
I can't change my wiper speed. That is an actual thing we need to talk about. Most GT3 cars just straight up use the wiper stock from the street car. So like you have all of the adjustments and speeds and everything in real life. So it's kind of funny how that works. But yeah, let's I guess, is there anything else to talk about tonight? I guess we can kind of wrap it up and look ahead to next week. Yeah, well, as always, this does not happen without everyone in the building here tonight. So thank you to you guys. So we've got Garrett, who's spotting and crew chiefing for us. Did a great job tonight. Thank you so much. And smacking me around a little bit to tell me to shut up and pay attention to what I'm doing.
Great job, Garrett. Great job.
So
accolades everywhere.
Thank you, Garrett. Thank you to you, Angelo. Angelo Zar from Anze Suspension. I really like what we do at the setup there. If we do something in the rain again.
I'd like to run another test lap or two.
Yep.
To wring its neck.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can improve upon it.
Yeah, Garrett, you said, I think the only other rain race on the schedule is potentially
Le Mans.
Le Mans.
So 52% chance of rain at Le Mans.
So that will be a low aero setup, Angelo.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not worried about the aero, but I was just trying to see what we got here.
Yeah, so that one could be really fun. So thank you for helping out tonight, and of course being a partner here and member at our Sim Racing
Copy that.
Social Club.
Thank you,
And
sir.
then obviously TJ, thank you, Mr. More Podiums, for helping out with the stream production and everything. You are also a social member here, so please come out to all of you guys. Come out to our racer night tomorrow night from 5 to 9. Yeah, so and that also goes to say thank you to all of our partners for making this all happen as well. Decipher Technologies, they've got the big logo all over the car here. They've got the big logo on our front hood, on the skirts on both sides, and on the bottom of the rear splitter. So when people are behind us, they get to look at the Decipher logo, which is super cool. So thanks to them for all their cybersecurity and IT support with everything that they do. We're taking care of some very cool back-end things literally yesterday. No, Tuesday morning. Yeah, yesterday morning. Yeah.
Looking for ceiling tiles out of place.
They weren't in the ceiling this time, I don't think. It was all in the server rack and over the cloud. Who else we got on here? Let's do VBox. So VBox Motorsports, the best video and data acquisition systems on the market for real race cars. That's pretty unanimously agreed. There's other products out there, but they're the best single focused product for coaching purposes. For if you have a race car or a street car that you drive on the road, or on a racetrack and you want to go faster, you need a VBox system. It's really that simple. And we have their analogous product for use in the sim here called the VBox Sim Pack. So it uses the same blue LED OLED. I know you can't see it on camera right now, but I'm touching it. Uses VBox's blue OLED lap timer display integrated with the sim to show me speed, split timing information, colorful LEDs, and then we can literally take it out of the sim here, go plug it into a real car, and then do the same thing. Every race car that I've ever worked on in real life, I almost pretty much require that they use a VBox system. It's just the ultimate driver coaching video and data capture tool. Makes everything so easy on the capture side and then on the analysis side on the other end. So thanks to them. If anyone needs VBox products for their real car or their sim, shoot us an email at info@thechicane.club. Sawbelts, as always, we're using more and more of their gear, and we have some, without giving it away, we have some very cool things even more in the works that may show up on the live stream in a totally overkill fashion at some point. That are really for use in real life. But anyways, I use their TG10 gloves, which have been fantastic. Really helped tonight as I was trying to really force myself to lighten my grip on the wheel to kind of let the car move around so much and not force it or white knuckle it. And the grip that's in the fingers on the gloves allowed me to release that a little bit without having to squeeze the wheel, but still have a good amount of control. So I really like these and they breathe really well. So again, it's not necessary to have an FIA rated glove for use in a simulator, but we do a lot of real life driver training. So having the real thing is important for us. And, I go to the racetrack and I throw the same pair of gloves on. So it's nice to have. We also use their 2-inch harnesses in the sim here. Helps a lot with feeling the motion through the actuators in the back here. And then we sit in their GT pad seat. So and more recently, I've been using also their the Sawbelts, I think the TG10 shoes as well. So they've been giving me a fantastic grip in my heel, moving around, and then really good pedal feel. So they've been awesome as well. Southwake, as always, thank you so much for the support and everything on the business development. I say this every week, and I can't wait to share more information with everyone. But there are some very, very cool things on the horizon in the next 12 to 18 months for the Chicane Club in the physical sense. And, with our live streams, that's going to expand also what we do here on YouTube. But there are cool things coming thanks to the support from everyone at Southwake. Captain's Chair Coaching. Thank you, Jason. We were down in Fort Lauderdale together last night at a networking event. Thanks for the best business and executive coaching around. If you guys need a life business executive coach, anything like that, make sure to hit him up. We've got, I think, his link in our video description along with all of our other partners. And I know I mentioned Angelo already, but we've got his logo here on the side of the car, Anze suspension.
Nice sticker.
Yeah, look at
Nice,
that.
love
I even had Josiah intentionally scale it so it's the same size as the real
Proportion. He didn't stretch it. Nice.
Yeah, I got the proportions
want to cheat
correct.
it out.
One on both sides. So,
What about underneath? Garrett, you said there was a car on fire. Did we ever flip one?
I don't know if we can map a sticker to the bottom of the car.
I
don't know. Do you really want to see that sticker on the bottom of the car?
No. Remember the NASCAR guys did that one year?
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they stickered the whole bottom of the car, and sure as luck would have it, they did flip one.
I mean,
And
that's
everybody
smart.
was just like, "Oh my god!"
They got to put like the flaps on the NASCAR when they go
Yep.
sideways that they pop up. They got to put like a smiley face on them or
Absolutely.
something like that, or put a sponsor logo right in there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, Rocky's Ultimate Garage also doing the best wraps, PPFs, detailing, used car, like sports car, vintage car sales around anywhere in South Florida. So if you guys have a sports car, supercar, race car, SUV, you name it, here in South Florida, and you want it taken care of properly to customize it and whatnot, you got to reach out to Rocky's. I would take my car there in a heartbeat. I think we have some plans to do exactly that here in the near future on our end anyway. So I think that about covers all of that. Let's take a look forward to next week. I think I know where we're going. Interlagos. We're going to Brazil. We're going somewhere IMSA. I don't think IMSA's ever gone to Brazil before, not that I'm aware of. They go north, but I don't think they go south. We're racing Interlagos, the home of Formula One in Brazil. I know Interlagos from Gran Turismo and Forza and plenty in Assetto Corsa, but I've never actually driven it in iRacing. Well, we did it briefly when I missed the Portimao race a couple of weeks ago. But Interlagos is awesome. I think it's going to be dicey with the traffic. There's a lot of very rapid back and forth, left and right stuff. But there are some straightaways, so it should make for some good stuff. I think it's going to, well, I don't actually know. I think it's going to be a medium to high downforce track. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be a maximum downforce place. There's the front straightaway is not, despite not being straight, it is a long full throttle period. And then there's the second straightaway coming out of turn 3 that is also pretty long also. So yeah, that one's gonna be good. Definitely gotta practice. And then we have Fuji after that, which I have been waiting for so long. I love Fuji. It's gonna be such a cool place. I know you don't know it, Angelo, but I can't wait to show it to you. Do you know Interlagos at all, Angelo?
No, he doesn't.
No? Okay. Well, I'll teach it to him here at some point. So ahead of this live stream. And Fuji.
His headset has come off a few minutes ago. He's tapped out.
Did you have tequila already?
No, not yet. Should I go get it for him?
We'll go do that after the stream.
It was a sober race, and we got the highest position. So don't drink and drive, kids.
You just got. I see the comments now about Haktua. Great, thanks. Oh, how many jokes did we miss about? I missed all the jokes about things being wet. Yeah, I'm sure that was great tonight that I wasn't paying attention to.
You're focused on the right things.
I was focused on the right things. My mind was in the right place. Oh, and it looks like it's a sunrise race at Interlagos I'm seeing now also. Does this show any rain? I really hope this is not a wet race. Test drive, I think it pulls up the proper setting. No chance of rain. Awesome. That's going to be cool. So, all right. Well, I'll leave it there for tonight. Thanks for joining everyone tonight. We'll see you guys same time, same place here next week, racing from Brazil. So until then, have a great week, and we'll see you next time.